Hello, heroes. Joe Smith here. Uh, Frozen Joe Smith. We've had more snow than we've had in several years here the past few days. And it's also been probably colder than it's been here in like 25 years or more. We had minus 15 in Arkansas last night. And for about a week now, it's been freezing cold and going to be cold rest this week. Snow on the ground. But that's not really the purpose of this video. Got some breaking news. Officer Sicknick, I believe the name was. Just glanced real quick at the news headlines. The officer that was, that the left, the Democrats, the liberals are claiming was murdered on the Capitol steps. Well, he actually died in the hospital like the next night. But they're claiming originally newspaper, New York Times, and Pelosi and the left, Democrats were all claiming he died due to blunt force trauma from being hit by a fire extinguisher. Well, they're now retracting the story, and they're saying he did not die due to blunt force trauma to being hit by a fire extinguisher. In fact, they're saying that he wasn't hit at all. They didn't say what the cause of death is, but they'll probably list it as COVID, you know. But so there, for a month now, over a month and a half, the left, MSNBC especially, the anchors or reporters on MSNBC are claiming we need to impeach Trump because this officer was killed during the Capitol Hill insurrection by these extremist terrorists or that. It's like, well, first of all, that's not your job as a news anchor reporter to say your opinions like that. You're just supposed to report what happened. Why is it we gotta turn to Sky News Australia to get the facts on the news and just to get a report of what happened and not get anyone's goddamn opinion? Okay, if you want someone's goddamn opinion, go on YouTube and listen to their goddamn opinion. If you want to make a video showing your goddamn opinion, then quit your job as MSNBC or CNN or wherever and get on YouTube, start a YouTube channel voicing your goddamn opinion. Okay, there's a time and place for stuff like that. But then they're claiming that as many people died in the Capitol riots as did in Benghazi. Well, it wasn't really much for riots. The Capitol, okay? No fires were started. Yeah, it was some stuff got broke or that. Whereas some Antifa was there. In fact, they've arrested all these people, but nobody's been arrested for these so-called pipe bombs that were placed around there. No leads on who did that. No idea who put pipe bombs around the Capitol or around D.C. there. So why is it we can find all these other people that were there that day, but nobody could find who put some pipe bombs down? Well, probably because the person who did the pipe bombs was on the left. And it's probably part of the Democrats' plan or something. I mean, don't know if that's true or not. That's just Joe Smith's goddamn opinion he's voicing on YouTube. If Joe Smith was a reporter on TV news, he'd say pipe bombs were placed, no suspects have been charged or arrested yet or identified yet. See, there's a difference. So, nobody's been charged for pipe bombs. No suspects for the pipe bombs. One officer that did die wasn't due to what happened there. And the people that did die were unarmed, shot by people at the Capitol. Don't know if they're police or security or what, but then at the same time, nobody's getting shot or killed in Portland or Seattle by cops or burning down buildings or anything like that. They aren't shooting and killing anyone on the left for their riots and insurrection for the past year. Still going on. They're still, they piled up a bunch of snow from police station garages in Seattle here past couple nights, so police cars couldn't respond to people dying or people freezing or having heart attacks or anything like that, or women being raped, because Democrats of Seattle don't want cops stopping women from being raped. But nothing's being done about them. Why is that? Well, a 17-year-old Kenosha was almost murdered, but thankfully he was exercising his Second Amendment right. 2 other people ended up losing their lives, though. None of it would have happened if it wasn't for the riots and insurrection there from the left that night. Been non-stop blah 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 about January 6th from the mainstream media, but hasn't been a word about David Dorn, who lost his life in the riots and looting, which the left are claiming that was just a separate event, a burglary that happened that wasn't part of any protest or whatever. Yeah, right. Yeah, like all the looting, all the burglaries are just separate burglaries. Well, I guess a cop that got hit with a flagpole then on the steps of the Capitol wasn't part of protest. That was just a separate event from someone else that just happened to be there. Joe Smith's not saying that the people on January 6th did things right, but, our taxpayers paid for that building. It's a public building. The people had the right to be there. They did not have the right to damage it or vandalize it or try to steal things. Again, not sure what side some of those people were on, but regardless, they didn't have the right to do that, but the people did have the right to be there. They didn't have the right to be looting and robbing stores and setting businesses on fire in several different cities and states for the past year, though. But nobody on the left, no Joe Biden, Democrats, Pelosi, MSNBC, don't care about none of that. It's all mostly peaceful protests to uphold democracy, stop a coup, stop an election from being stolen. Well, that's why people are on the Capitol January 6th to stop a coup, stop a election from being stolen, stop the democracy from being ended. So you got one side claiming the other side's doing this and that, and then the other side's claiming the other first side's doing the same thing. You know what this reminds me of? Back attempted coup of Venezuela back many years ago, like in the 90s. Guy that was president at the time, the side that, or the people that were planning the coup, was convincing the people through, and the news media was on their side too. Venezuelan news media and plus American news media were saying that this president was trying to take over the country through a coup. Well, it turns out those people saying that were the actual ones that were trying to take over the country through the coup. And what way to steal something by accusing someone else of trying to steal it? Just a total freaking mess. It's ridiculous. Like, ain't like we got more important things. We got adults in their 20s and 30s that don't know shit because of failing schools. We got hungry people, starving people, jobless people. We got a global pandemic virus that's now mutating. And everyone's worried about stupid politics bullshit. Instead of just fucking working together to make America great again. Well, Joe Smith's going to go watch a movie, have some beer. Joe Smith, sign out.